what I was meant to cover yesterday, which I've actually forgot, and that is about Auston Trusty. Auston Trusty, we're going to start off him, I think, today, guys. Because, yes, he's looking like he could be on his way out of Arsenal. So let's get Auston Trusty. Expected to leave the club this summer. I'm in interest in Ipswich, Sheffield United, and Swansea. Trusty joined the Gunners 2022 from MLS side Claudio Rapids. They spent last season alone at Burnham. The centre-back excelled in the Championship when he was voted Player of the Season by the Blue supporters. Trusty was then part of Arsenal's pre-season tour to the USA. The Gunners are now ready to let him go. The 24-year-old is attracting interest from newly promoted Premier League side Sheffield United. Trusty is also on the radar of a number of Championship clubs, including Ipswich and Swansea. Arsenal consider loaning out the US international or accepting a permanent offer. The Gunners have spent big this summer. We know it's flashing out 200 mil. Yeah, all that stuff. Cool. I think that is that. So, yeah, Sheffield United guys are set to be in the driving seat. I know there's Ipswich, Swansea, all looking to try and get this man Auston Trusty from Arsenal. And ideally for me, I think this should be a loan deal. If you do want to move it on, or if we do move it on as a permanent deal, definitely put some sort of buyback clause in there, because I kind of feel bad for this guy. And yeah, we signed him. You know, Arteta doesn't see. You know, we don't see what Arteta sees in him, do we? You know, we don't see how he performs in training. We've only seen this guy play 20 minutes against Nürnberg, and he made a few good challenges, and that was it. And then I saw him in the MLS All-Star Skill Challenge and all that stuff. Like, I haven't seen a lot of this guy, and I would like to see more of this guy. I think this guy deserves more of the chance in this preseason than he has gotten. And when you got players at the club like Rob Holding still here, then you're telling me we're going to keep Rob Holding over this guy? No, keep this guy over Rob Holding. I'd rather get rid of Rob Holding and keep this guy in. This guy's still very young. This guy was voted Player of the Season, playing for Birmingham City last season. You know, and I know they didn't have the greatest of seasons in the Championship. I think they got near relegation zone. But with this guy being Player of the Season for Birmingham City, maybe that is. Look, I look at it two ways. In terms of the players' perspective, right? I think it's a superb move. If you was Auston Trusty, right, you'd take that all day, because number one, you're going to Sheffield United, who most likely will get relegated this season. But at the end of the day, he's going to walk straight into their team. I reckon they'll sign him, and he walks straight and he will walk straight into Sheffield United, right? He's going to be in the Premier League, playing week in week out in the Premier League, right? You know, playing for a lower Premier League side, newly promoted as well. I think that could be his level, because we haven't seen a lot of him at Arsenal, obviously. So, I think from a player point of view, I think it will be perfect for him. Fantastic move for him as a player, but as a fan perspective, I haven't seen a lot of this guy. We signed him from Claudio Rapids, loaned him out to Birmingham City. He was superb at Birmingham City. He's now came back off loan. We've seen him play 20 minutes against Nürnberg, and that's that. No, come on, guys. I would ideally loan him for me. I would ideally loan Auston Trusty, because realistically, I mean, it doesn't really say how much we'll get. Okay, so apparently we put 5 million in for Austin. Sheffield United have bid 5 million for the guy. I don't know how. I can't remember how much we paid for him. I think we paid like, what was it? I think it was like 2.5 million. We played from we paid for Auston Trusty from Claudio Rapids. It's like 2.5 mil. It's something like that. So look, I don't know, guys. Keep Auston Trusty. For me, if you want to keep someone, you keep this guy and you get rid of Rob Holding. I'd rather Sheffield United get Rob Holding instead. But it looks like Arsenal want to get this guy out. A bit harsh in my opinion. You know, he hasn't really had a full chance to prove himself, in my opinion. But yeah, I'd rather keep this guy with Rob Holding any day, guys. Why can't they come in for Rob Holding instead? You know. But yeah, looks like he could be on his way out, guys. We may get like 5 million for the guy. That is what they bid. But there's other clubs like Ipswich and who's the other one? Ipswich, Swansea as well, and Sheffield United. Sheffield United seems to be the main one in the driving seat at the moment. But yeah, guys, what would you do with Auston Trusty? Let me know in the chat, guys. And yeah, Auston Trusty on his way to Sheffield United. I forgot to mention that yesterday. So let's get into the next piece of news, guys. Be out the chat as always.